Hey everybody, how are y'all doing this evening? This live is about overcoming overwhelm. And it's something I've been seeing coming up loads. I've even experienced it myself in the last while. And I just wanted to kind of bring a little awareness into what it's all about. And with overwhelm, there's that sense of doing, time scarcity, push. Hi, Linda. Welcome. And I just kind of wanted to bring a little bit of awareness into that and how we can diffuse that sense of, you know, being totally in our heads, where our energies are even scattered or dispersed. And it's hard to perhaps breathe and center and really feel yourself anchored. So with overwhelm, it's you're kind of in a go. You're in a go. You're in an action mode, or you could be completely frozen. There's that whole thing of like your whole nervous system can be in fear, flight, fight, numb, frozen, right? So what's going on around you? It's like, what's going on around you? Are you doing too much? Is there a sense of scarcity? So like not enough help, not enough time, not enough resources. Is that what has you in overwhelm? Like I'm going to invite everybody to feel into it. If you are experiencing that, or if you have in the past, I'm going to invite you just to feel in, where is it coming from? And when we're in overwhelm, we're not here. We're not here. When I say here, I mean we're not home. We're not in the body. And Linda, I'll save this and you can watch it later. No bothers at all. No bother. When we're in overwhelm, it's about coming from head, completely moving from the head space into the body space, into the heart space, right? And it's about connecting. So the first question I would kind of get people to ask is when they're in that space is, first of all, breathe, right? So breathe, take a breath in. And this is the breath where you're going to sit, you're going to stand, anchor yourself into the chair or 2 feet on the ground, and just close your eyes a little. Give yourself 5 seconds to do this, right? It's like softly in, softly out. And there may be a sense that if the body's in that response of fight, freeze, freeze, fight, flight response. Ash, welcome, love. How are you doing? It can even be hard to breathe. It could be almost like you're gasping. Okay, so if that's the case and you're in that space of overwhelm, try it with counting. We're going to get the mind occupied with counting. And this is what we call square breathing. Okay, so just breathing in for 5 seconds, holding for 3, and breathing out and exhale for 6 or 7. And we can try that now if you want to see what it feels like. Find that spot on the chair that you feel comfortable. Close your eyes, connect hand to heart, hand to belly, wherever you're feeling you need support. And I invite you to open and soften the jaw, even open and close. Just notice if there's tension there, especially if we're in our head spaces. And allow that breath in like a wonderful fresh wave, like a waterfall. Bring it in and allow it to tumble down a soft trough, connecting to your heart. Feel it rush in. And bring it as low as you can. Notice if it goes to the belly or if it stops anywhere. And I'm going to count you in now, okay? So breathing in again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's that sense of long and slow. And when we breathe this way, and when we're using numbers, when the mind is occupied, you'll feel that sense of okay, I'm coming back in. I'm coming from mind. I'm coming back into the body. And I'm slowing it all down. So doing that for a little bit and then start asking questions. Is this yours? So when I say that with overwhelm, Tiffany, welcome. Yasmin, welcome. And Christine, welcome. We're talking about overcoming overwhelm. So I did a little bit of a breathing exercise just as a little tip to use to calm the body, calm the mind, so you can start asking the questions, curiosity, with that sense of exploration to find out what the beliefs are so we can unlock that sense of overwhelm. So asking the question, right, okay, is it yours? Is that overwhelm all yours? Did you put it on you? And just breathe in. So is it internal or external? And asking that question, is this internal? And breathing in. And you may feel a sense of a hell yes, or actually feel a no, that's not true. So if it's not internal, is it external? So is it the situation around you? Is it your boss putting pressure on you? Is that sense of just the family, the kids, the husband, the getting the dinner ready, or the career, balancing everything? Project is due. So again, breathing in and feeling what it is, where that overwhelm lies. So allowing that answer to come in, and then really acknowledging and validating where you feel that is. If it feels like it's external, going into that part of you in your body where you're feeling it, and allowing that feeling to expand. Allow the breath to go in and just go in and around it. External pressure, internal. If it's you putting the pressure on you, this is where we're going to go in again, another level. We're going to breathe in again. If it's all of you, in other words, you're going to breathe in again and feel into, ask the questions. What is it that I'm afraid of? What am I afraid of? Why do I have this overwhelm? How long have I had this overwhelm? So these kind of questions, and you can write these down and ask them yourself in your space. Why do I have this overwhelm? How long have I had it for? Perhaps there's somebody in your family that you've seen with this, and it's just a story that you're creating because that's how things functioned, right? So is there a fear of failing? Am I afraid to fail? Is there a belief of what happens if I fail? What happens if I succeed? What if it's like no one's here to help me? What if the story running is no one's helping me? I'm doing this all on my own. What if it's I'm not good enough? What if it's it's all up to me. It's all up to me. And if I don't do it, everything's going to fall to shit. So feel into what the story is. And then notice it. Notice the little you that has that story, the little girl, the little boy. Where is she? Where is he? Where is he in the body? Is he in the mind? Is she in the mind? And go up and acknowledge it and just go, I'm really sorry, me, that you're feeling that no one's here to help you. You have no support. And go in there, have a little conversation. I use the I love you, me method for this, but have it just an open conversation. And you're gonna look at the beliefs around it. What does it mean if you fail? What does that actually mean? What story is there? And is there a saboteur there? Is there a little saboteur there? When we're in overwhelm, when there's that sense of everything's coming in on top of us, there's pressure from all angles, there is going to be a transmission, Tiffany and Linda, which I will do in light language to actually release and unlock energetic blocks to this. So that's going to come after, just to let you know. So what I'm looking for now is just allow yourselves to drop in, breathe, connect to the body, come into the heart space, and find the questions that you need to ask. Be curious about what beliefs are there that amplify that sense of overwhelm, of not being able to cope. because that's what overwhelm is. And it's like everything shuts down in overwhelm. Instead of being super capable, we become incapable. We freeze. Everything shuts down. The mind can go in total mess and the body is like frozen. Or it could feel that we're just going to fizzle and explode and go into a big bomb. Like, there we go. That's it. Shove it all to crap. Throw your hands up in the air and just collapse in a pile of tears. Whatever it is, whatever that looks like for you. Take a breath. I totally get it. I so get it. Been there, done that. I totally experience it. And it's very related to anxiety. Overwhelm and anxiety tend to be friends. They walk hand in hand together, right? So we're going to acknowledge that, feel it, allow the feelings to come up, because under anxiety, under overwhelm, there's something else there. There's a story running. There's a belief and a program running right underneath that current. And what's happened is something's just built up, trigger upon trigger and trigger, and then suddenly it's like, boom, can't take it anymore. I'm overwhelmed. Take a breath in again. So asking the questions, closing your eyes and just feeling in. You know, is there any reward or payoff in feeling overwhelmed? Is there a sense of, you know, it's stress and overwhelm and anxiety being bedfellows? Is there a sense that if I'm not overwhelmed or if I'm not stressed, I'm not working hard enough? I'm not giving it my all. Is there an old paradigm of the lone wolf where you need to do it all on your own? And that can lead to overwhelm. Is there a sense of, you know, working hard is equal to a good job? I'm doing a good job, therefore I can receive. What's the reward? I receive admiration. I receive acknowledgement, validation, be it monetary, even if it's a work thing, a project thing, be it love from a significant other. What is the reward? That you get to a state where you're working so hard, things have piled up so much. Is it showing you something? So it's like I'm not saying this is true for everybody, but it's to find out where that truth lies. And to receive, and whatever that receiving is, because we're all getting something, right? To receive, I should be overwhelmed. Is there any belief there in that? Or I should be stressed out? If I'm not stressed, I'm not doing enough. If I'm not doing enough, I'm not good enough. So where's your stories? I'm not saying that's a story, but it's like, find what your story is. And take a breath, because we want to what I'm inviting now is to reframe the beliefs, whatever that belief is, whatever that pathway that's ran over and ran over and ran over, whatever that tends to be. Alberta, welcome. So we're talking about beliefs and being overwhelmed, and we're having a little transmission later just to unlock any energetic blocks as well. So it does take a breath, and we're all going to settle into the body. Open and soften and breathe in. I mean, I totally get it. I really do. I lived most of my life in overwhelm. I lived most of my life in stress. And it's so subtle, it became my normal. So stress can be like the underlying, anxiety and stress hand in hand. And overwhelm happens when enough triggers build up and you're like, boom, can't go anymore. So what do we do? What do we do when we feel that? Well, one would be to catch it before it becomes overwhelm, right? And how do we do that? Well, we do that through our rituals, our practices. You're welcome. And that's self-care, self-love, right? Now, I get it. Sometimes our self-care can lapse. Sometimes our self-love can lapse. And usually it's like a set of events that happen. And it's like, if we miss one, we can miss another. And it's like that train going off the tracks. It's very hard to pull it back once it starts going off. And it's like putting the brakes on as soon as we can. So if we have daily rituals in place, and you having a daily ritual is so important, even if it's like 30 seconds, right? Because that's showing you that you actually have value to receive. And that means receive yourself, receive your love. 30 seconds of the breath, 30 seconds of music. It's you, whatever it is, and build up to that. If you don't have one yet, start small and keep building it up so it becomes habitual. Ritual and habitual. You'll notice I don't use the word discipline because I don't like that word. So creating rituals, be it meditation, exercise, going out in nature, having dance-offs, and these are like 1-minute things throughout the day to diffuse energy, to diffuse the headspace and bring us into the body. So there's a combination here, spiritual, physical, and mental. So when I say spiritual, that's like a meditative thing. It could be praying, it could be meditative, it could be anything along that realm, okay? There's loads there. If I'm saying mental, I mean putting pen to paper, putting the thoughts onto the paper, saying, speaking something out loud, reading, whatever, listen, a podcast, something like that. And when I say physical, I mean physical activity, Tai Chi, Qigong, going out to nature, grounding, earthing. So ideally, a ritual includes all those throughout your day, so that we're diffusing our thoughts, we're diffusing our energies. And when I say diffusing, we're dissipating it, we're releasing it, right? Releasing anything that's building up so that we don't become the pressure cooker that's overwhelmed, right? So that's the first thing. If we can do that, we're doing well. We're not perfect, we're human, things happen, life happens. So when that happens and we do get into the state of overwhelm, and I'm going to put my hand up because that's even happened to me and I didn't realize it. It was like one thing slipped and I was like, whoa, I caught it really quickly. I realized, holy crikey, I'm in overwhelm. Why? Because I'm feeling my thoughts and suddenly I'm not falling asleep as easily as I always do. Hi, Tamara. So, and it's like that to-do list got a bit too big. And mine was internal pressure of me to perform my standards, my expectations. I had a false sense, my ego had a false sense it was external. It wasn't until I started asking these questions. And that's why I pose those questions to you at the start. Is it internal or external? And what are your belief systems around it? So my belief systems is the perfectionist me comes out and wants to complete everything good girl-like, okay, to a standard I have created. And that leads to my overwhelm. Take a breath in, and usually when I get to that space, I'm in my head space and I'm not in my heart space. I'm not in my body. And when I'm not in my body, and you'll see me move now as I'm saying this, because I can even feel it when I talk about it, because I'm still releasing. When I'm not in my body, when I'm up here, energy can get trapped. Energy can stagnate, and we are energy. Matter is energy. Thoughts are energy. Emotions are energy. Everything is energy. And when we're feeling that, right? And when we're feeling, these are emotions that get stuck. So it poses as a block. Shri, hi. It poses as something that's stuck. It's blocked. It's heavy. It's denser. We can have real Zen. So it's like a knock-on effect. You'll have one little inner voice say something. And then it's like it triggers all your old wiring systems that you probably rewired, because some of us here, I know a lot of us here are coaches actually, and you've already done that. And I'm going to put in work of reframing that belief. And it's like, ooh, it's like a knock-on effect. It's like the train's attached to that carriage and it keeps going. And you're like, oh, that's so funny. This is another layer of that belief coming up. I must be a good girl to receive, or I must seek approval to XYZ. So whatever, yeah, Shri, I totally get that, because I mean, we're all mirroring, at some level, we'll all mirror each other as well. So it feels like these are the old stuff coming up to get out, to be released. We are leaving the paradigm of the lone wolf. We're leaving the paradigm of getting overwhelmed, of anxiety, of our heads dictating how we live, how we feel, how we think. So number one, come back in. Come into the body, come into the heart. How do we do that? Breath. Breath, connection inwards, asking the questions, finding the beliefs, and then implementing all your tools. There's so many tools out there. I won't go through them all in this because I could be here for hours. So head to heart is the first thing. Diffuse the overwhelm. Count the breath. I do that slow counting breath at the start, square breathing. I find that and this is me personally, I'm going to invite some of you here. So sometimes if I'm too in my head, right? Too much out here, and I'm even outside the body a little, I'm not home at all. It's like Mary's checked out. I need to breathe back in, and sometimes I can't even get my breath, right? It's like, it's caught. So when I'm like that, how I do this, so this is a tip for anybody out there, is square breathing, which is long, slow breaths where I count. So the mind is occupied. It can't go off in its little reel or carriage or train, okay? So like 6 in, hold, and exhale for maybe 8. And it's that long 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2, 3. Exhale through soft, open mouth 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And do that in a circular motion. And when you're releasing and exhaling and counting, always go down to your root, the basin, your urethra, your opening, and your back passage. So if you're male, you have 2. If you're a female, you have 3. And I invite you on the exhale, and open. When we're in overwhelm, we're usually checked out and we're living from up here. We don't acknowledge below this body part. So we've closed and stagnated energy there too. Okay, so opening and softening. Head to heart, head to body, ground. Our energies are skewed. We want to bring them into harmony. We want to ground. And that could be imagining you're grounding or actually going outside into nature, because that's going to be half the battle. In nature will really help that come to play. And when you're writing out your beliefs, so having those questions, write out the belief structures, write the stories around overwhelm, the stories around stress, the stories around anxiety. Get them on paper. Breathe in, and you can then have a conversation. Why is this story here? How long has it been here for? Well, what if, let's flip it. What if actually I do have support? No, I don't feel supported. Well, what if I just need to ask? And find out where you are supported in your life, if that's where the overwhelm is coming from. I don't have support. Usually it's a scarcity of resources, lack of time, lack of support, lack of XYZ, So finding out where that is true. So reframing your belief systems. If it's about being a good girl and seeking approval and validation and being a perfectionist, reframing that. Okay, so I'm going to invite in the energetic transmission now. And for all of you beautiful people out there, I'm going to invite you just to roll the shoulders. We're going to release anywhere we're stressed presently, anywhere we're in our heads. We're going to come into the bodies, and I'm going to invite you to sit. If you're standing, stand. That's quite a good stance. If you're lying down, and if you're sitting, just get balanced. Get the hips level, get the feet level, feel yourself planted. And if you're sitting or standing, I'm going to invite you to kind of, because the root tends to be closed when we're in overwhelmed stress, anxiety, because we're holding, we don't feel safe. We don't feel safe in our bodies usually when we're like that. Life doesn't feel safe. Earth doesn't feel safe. So when we're like that, we're holding. So we're going to open it, in other words, unwind it if we wound it shut. So I invite that sense of the hips gently in a circular motion, swaying side to side. And only do what you're comfortable with. If you're feeling tight, because often you'll even feel the hips themselves will be like crunchy or stiff, or the lower back will be a little stiff. You'll often get lower back stuff coming up with this. So just breathe in, connect to the heart, connect to the tummy. Because most of us, when we're in this overwhelm, we're in our heads. It's like our heads are frying, but our tummies are in knots. So I'm going to breathe in and just breathe out. And you can choose to breathe through the nose or the soft mouth. And I'll count if that helps. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, holding, 2, 3, and exhale. Big exhale. And softening and opening the root. Good. Feeling that sense of you coming home to the body, into the body, and like really feel the body. And if you wish, you may continue to sway, to move, whatever feels good as this comes in. I'm inviting in the highest energy expressions of love, of truth, of wisdom, to help anybody out there at presence right now release any stress, anxiety, overwhelm, anywhere they're feeling stuck. So anywhere you're feeling stuck, anywhere you're feeling the word helpless and hopeless is coming up, and that nobody understands or is there to receive you the way you need to be received. So I'm inviting you now to feel into what it is you need. What do I need, me? And breathe that in and allow it to land without expecting an answer. We'll just allow it to land, create a vacuum. As this comes in, I invite in, I invoke in the I am presence of everybody there. As light language comes in, we don't use the minds to understand it. We open our hearts. I'm inviting you now to open your hearts to receive an energetic transmission, to allow anywhere you're stuck to be diffused, to be dissipated. Ori ni ma aoi ki te aha ni chima woi ke ahana a te amaha wisini na mana u. Ke sonana wisini na mana woi ke korihile na la wa uku i te amaha ku. Ya sonana ui te awa ui. Ye ni mana na wa uku i te kamana na wasmane te aha ma au. Just breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and follow that. Beautiful long breaths in, and a clearing of throats here. Ke so I ma a yi einti a hauchi a ka. So I mi ne hamana na wawi ti a wala ma. Uhani iki ti mana na usuchi ma. Warusna mana na iye. So navaga so kikite arala ma ikiti sin mana na chiti mana na waoyete. Kashoni hata mana wu. We're inviting in balance. And again, the infinity symbol coming in. Se o namana na woye a. Wani kikamana na usoni. Yani asonamu a. Role me so e. Roli so me. Ohoi ni ma hawe te ama ua iti kama roi me semina na wa oku rehe mina mana wa manane e ro oko iti ka lahama I na hona he mahami iti na hona he kichimana na uchima orasna e te aka ro osana iti ka ta achimana usunu e te ahala a. Take a breath in. Soften. Anywhere where you're holding responsibilities that aren't yours to hold. You're holding other people's stuff and that's adding to the overwhelm, the stress. I'm inviting you now to de-baggage yourself. Unhook those crates, those carts that aren't yours. The extra carriages on your train, you don't need to hold them. Would you be willing to release that right here, right now? Just breathe in. Would you be willing to love yourself enough to release anywhere you're holding on to other people's stuff, beliefs, expectations, anywhere you're seeking approval from others, would you be willing to release that, diffuse that, transmute that across time, space, dimensions, anywhere ancestral where that's carried down your ancestral line? To be a certain way equals you receiving. And that being a certain way is the overgiver you, the people pleaser you that gets you into situations where you are overwhelmed because you keep saying yes and you can't say no. So anywhere that's true, I'm inviting you now to release that, transmute that, delete that, de-story it across time and space. It doesn't need to be you. So iki manana wa ushunana ite ahala akta, kiti manana wa so ite manana wa ukurite, lasana iki manana wa, and take a breath in again. And you can keep doing that counting breath, and on the exhale, it's that open and soften. So iti mala urikite ala manana e. Sanu iti menana wo soni mana wo ishna manai. Rosoni me yana manu yeke na soya noi ni me ye. Soni me yahana ike oro ohima aye so nahamana na wa'u. Unhook yourself from what does not serve you. Breathe in. Allow you to come back into the body. Feel that weight in the hips. Feel the weight going down your legs and feel the energy shift. Keep breathing in the light. Breathing in the breath. Allow it to cleanse you and go deep, right down into your feet. And just remember, you don't need to understand what this means. This is just an energy transmission through language. We're in the root now. Just breathe into the root, into your basin, into your sitting space, your sacred sex area. Now, for the ladies out there, on the out breath, please open your yonis, your vagina canals, and open your urethras and your back passages. Feel it soften. For the gentlemen out there, I invite you to do the same. Your lingams and your back. And allow that. Spread the legs. Allow the V now. We're going to open to allow a flow out that energy. Flow out what's not serving you. Clear the space. Nemi ama wa unini mana ini mana wa ini mini mana wa na yini mana na wa ini mana na ini mana na ini mana mana wa ini mana na wa ini mana mana wa ini mana wa ini na ma to chimana wa o nemi na ma wa yes, mana wa mana na isi ke sonana ma wai te akatana rosana I yana me kuye. Sohi ete ahana wa o sonama ke son ite ama wa no mana. Ke tāna na wauku, te ka ara anamaa, anima aka, ke sonima. Clear your throats. Ke sonima a waukui ke te ala mai simina mai. Ka lichi mana na waukui ke te ala ati. Ke sono I mi ya na wau I te. Say ma. And just breathe in and out. Anything you're feeling, just keep breathing. And allow it out in the out breath and keep opening your sitting space. I keep getting that message. Keep opening your sitting space. And relax the shoulders and move the hips, male and female, if either are watching. Open your hips, open your legs, and allow that flow of energy out. So, you would have noticed my throat is going. So I'm clearing as I'm doing this. And anybody out there that's having stuff with the throat, the root and the throat, expressing out your creations. They're very linked. So clear it if you need to. Right, there's one more last bit of this transmission to come in. I'm going to invite you now to sit as you've been holding yourself. I'm going to invite you to sit with open hands, because we're now in a space to receive, and you're going to receive what it is that you need. So I asked you and I invited you to ask yourselves what it is you need. You may have received an answer at the start of this transmission. Perhaps it's to receive just you. Perhaps it was to receive abundance, finances, help, support, love, whatever it was, acknowledgement. We're going to invite you to receive that now, opening your hands into receiving and feeling the weight of this blessing come in. Yesu, Yesu nani, Yesu, Yesu. Yane ese ahalurosna hete, ki hini mana na woite ahawa, ahawa nie. Nahanua ie aka, anima aka ni kike malawa ukiki siuru sonama. Royene, niane ane nanawane uro nie, niane ane orane so. Ya uro. Nihana ateaka. Aishnima sa. Yushunamana isiko rosna hete. Kanima ate akarasna hete alahata. Yikimana na wasanana hete aktarasna hete alahawate. Chuchu manana hete aharakta sna hete. Kita anaro sunana hete alahakta. Hashi eti arata atakata anipata. Just breathe in. So si ina samana sami akete chana oso. Sani ahana orohona te halahata sa huahana e. Koshona nanawaso. And breathe all the way down to your feet. Open your root. In like a sigh out. You'll feel that heart expansion. And just let me know if any of you are having anything that's coming up or even feels like overwhelm, as that's what we're releasing. Keep breathing, type in the comments, and I'll see, can I get to you, see if anything wants to come through. Let me know how it feels to receive and if everything is okay. I see Kate, you join. Welcome, my love. Lorelei, welcome. Katarina, welcome. Sharon, Anya, hi. Karen, Rosario. Oh, it's so nice to see your names here. Welcome. So I think you came in on the last part of this, but you may rewatch this to receive that transmission and release anywhere that you were feeling stuck. It'll still have the same effect to rewatch this as that energy has been anchored in. I'm just going to invite in if anything else needs to happen. The word that's coming to me is trust. And when we're in overwhelm, when we're in that headspace, it's very hard to trust ourselves, to trust our intuition, to trust our breath and our body to actually be there to hold us. And maybe there's even that sense of, I can't quite trust those around me or trust source, earth, whatever it is, whatever belief coming up around trust. Just breathe in and invite in the I am of trust. I trust that I got this. I trust the universe has my back. I trust as I grow and expand and open, it is safe for me to do so. It may feel vulnerable, but it's safe. And when we're in that, especially because we're all, and I think everybody on this, hi Karen, everybody on this with me, I feel that sense of everybody's in that space of growth and expansion. And when we go through that, like, it's like a rhythm. It's like the waves on the ocean, and we're the little boat. It's like we're going up the crest of a wave. We're expanding up. And then there's that little bit of a contraction and that expansion. And when we're in that contraction, it's like things can feel a little heavy again. So we're inviting anywhere with that feeling heavy now just to be released. And you're going to flow it out of your sitting space. And you're going to breathe it out of your mouth, as I'm doing so as well, because I know this is just as much for me as it is for everybody else out there. Trust. I trust in me. I trust. Oh, so there's a little bit of a heart expansion, a heart healing there in that. So just let me know, how's everybody feeling? If anybody has any questions, please post. I am going to read maybe 3 cards if anybody, before I lock off. Does anybody want a card being pulled? Let me know. And as we release anywhere we're sabotaging ourselves, as we acknowledge the little girl, the little boy, the little me within us, the inner child, and give that what we need. So let me know if you received what you needed, that gift when you had your hands open. Perhaps you got an image of something. Perhaps you felt a release of something. I'd love to hear it. I really would. For me, it was trust. The word I got was trust. I needed to trust me. And trust that I was got. You know, when I say I was got, it's like, they got me. And everybody here has me too. I have a support network I can rely on. I can ask. I can receive. I just need to ask to receive. Karen, you'd like a card. Kim, my darling. Oh my God. I was thinking about you, Kim, the last day actually. You came into my mind and I meant to reach out. I'm just finished the transmission and the chat. I'm just pulling a card. I'm just going to pull 2 or 3, then off to bed. It's an hour later here because I'm in Europe. Faith, you got Karen. Yeah, have faith. Yeah, I resonate with you on that. Catherine, my darling. Oh, I haven't seen you in ages. I've just finished, Catherine, the transmission on overwhelm and the chat about belief structures and releasing it. So please listen back. I mean, you'll receive that healing no matter what. I'm pulling a couple of cards. If you want one, let me know. So Karen, this one's for you. So I'm pulling this for you, Karen, and I'm just going to tune into your energy. With your permission, I'm doing this. Thank you. Middle of the pack, I'm being told. Middle of the pack for Karen it is. Not the top and not the bottom, just the middle. Which one is it? Bring the 2. Right, there's 2 here. 2 cards for you, Karen. Right. This is lovely. I'm getting a shiver down my body when I'm even looking at these cards because there's a lot of power coming in for you with this, Karen. Power of joy. Look at that card. Look at the colors and notice the rainbow energy coming in. So there's a rainbow ray of light there in essence, balancing of all chakra systems. And the root, can you see how red this is? How red the sacral and the root is? So like that clearing, because a lot of what we did today was the root actually. But that sense of coming into your power, and you coming into your power is coming into your joy, into your heart space, into that sense of lightheartedness. That's what we forget in overwhelm, isn't it? It's like, how beautiful and with ease life is when we're in this space. This card is really important, I feel, and it's also the divine feminine for you too. So you got 2 cards, Karen. The mother energy, Mother Mary, and nurture yourself. So self-care, I mean, I talked about that at the start of this transmission, having those rituals in place of self-care, self-love, so that we don't ever get into that space of overwhelm in the first place, but nurturing oneself deeply. Now, there's a bit more in this for you, to be honest. Karen, what will I say for Karen? She's okay. I'm getting told, I'm kind of skittering here, but I'm getting told like you already know this, so it's okay. It's nothing new that you're going to hear from me. She is accessing the divine feminine aspects of herself right now and unlocking that coding system within her body, within her DNA, within her blueprints. She is at present inviting us in. So are you consciously inviting the divine feminine in? And when I say us, it's the collective sense I'm feeling. Like there are collective energies of the divine feminine aspects. So Mother Mary being one, for instance, Isis being another, Lady Nada being another, Portia. There's so many, and each of them have like different aspects, different flavors, different scents, different strengths even that they can help you with in your day-to-day. I'm getting that sense that you're moving forward in your life quite rapidly right now, and they're here to open those doors, show you the doors to open. That many doors may be there at once, and there's like ones that want to open for you that you desire. So being a beautiful manifester, Karen, because I feel that's like you're in a manifesting mode, or you're at least entering into quite a big one. It might seem like shitloads of doors are going to open at once, excuse my language. And where you might feel overwhelmed is like, I don't know which door to go in. It's like, wow, too much choice. So calling them in and really feeling and just breathing and following that nudge, and in that sense of you connecting within, nurturing the self within, you'll know, and by accessing that power of joy, everything, it will be light, and you'll know by the lightness of it. So I hope that gives you, Mary Magdalene, yeah, I mean, totally connected. So you are inviting in that energy. Okay, so my whole crown is activating. You are probably, and you are receiving transmissions. Yeah, so you're in the space of receiving and downloading. I am seeing literal key codes in your cells right now opening. So re-remembering. And then when I say re-remembering, you're probably getting past life stuff, priestess stuff, Atlantis, Lemurian, other dimensional, as in planetary stuff. I see you as okay, there's a lot here, Karen. I didn't plan to read you this much. So even that sense of the goddess nature of you, the queen of planets you, right, where you literally created planets and resided over them, that sense of bringing down that re-remembrance of the power. And when I say power, it's in that beautiful sense of pure love, expansiveness, the truth of you, and embodying it as we are now in our physical. And that's what we're here to do, is to really anchor in that coding system into the earth right now, so that we are stepping into our truth, our authentic selves, and we're shining that light outwards. We're the beacon, and that's that way shower effect. You're the beacon, and you light up everybody else around you. They awaken, they remember. Ting, 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 ting. Right? So Karen's beautiful work that you're doing, super, super important. And you just being you is doing that. So thank you for being here right now and showing up. My love to you, sweetheart. It was so lovely to meet you as well this week. Thank you. I'm going to say this and leave you with this. There is so much more to come. Okay, so lean into that. Because sometimes we can even, the power can feel like a lot. It's like lean in, lean in. Okay, who else asked for Shri? Oh, Emer, you're here too. Catherine, did you want a card pulled? Love, my sweet. Catherine, I would love to meet up with you again soon. It's just been too long. Let me see who's here. So I will put, you're welcome. I'm glad that resonated with you, Karen. So please comment, because there might be a delay in this, and I don't want to read somebody that doesn't want to be read. So please say yes if you want it. Okay, Catherine, I won't spend too long on this now because the hubby's waiting for me. Go into him. He's still using home late from work. Okay, so who's next? Shri was next, I think. Then Catherine. Okay. And for everybody out there, Emer has just joined. Emer, you missed the transmission, but it was quite powerful. I could feel it myself because I was clearing me. But Alberta, hi. Emer and I were holding a workshop in Ireland, in Gorey, on the 19th of October. Myself and Emer. Emer is a beautiful soul. She's a light language key activator. Does Reiki, does energy healing. Very powerful soul. And you'll watch back, Emer. Thanks. And the two of us are going to be hosting a heart focus workshop in Gorey on the 19th of October, and I'll be doing one on my own in Cork on the 26th of October. So please spread the word, share it. I would love to have as many souls as I can fill that, so I activate, so I can activate and I can receive and I can give, and we can share an experience and a journey towards coming more into our heart spaces together. Right, Shri, this is for you. Paravati Shri, this is perfect for you. And for me, this card symbolizes, look at the colors, ladies. We're coming, the root colors, the solar plexus colors, the sacral colors. I mean, that's what a lot of that was happening today. Now, in this one with the throat tree, I'm kind of seeing that here in the blues and the purples as well. Third eye activation. This for me is, you are finished a cycle. You're at the end of a cycle, and that cycle is the cycle of suffering. Suffering for self and suffering for others. Okay, this is the end of that wheel, the wheel of the karmic, the wheel of the contracts. And you've learned your lessons. Your soul has done it. Okay, it doesn't need to keep doing it. Your soul has experienced it. You may choose to step off that wheel and create your own reality. Okay, because that's what you're doing, and I know you're on that pathway. And for me, sorry, I'm getting to show you this again. Your power. Please embrace your power. Step into your power. Use your power. And I know you know everything that I'm saying here, because this won't be a new message for you. Is there anything else to come true for Shri on that? Sorry, appreciate the beauty within you, my love. So it's back to self-love now in this for you, Shri. And okay, I am getting shown this, so I'm gonna share this with you. You look like this. You look like her, right? Can you see how gorgeous she is? You are so freaking gorgeous, Shri. I want to say that out loud so you hear it and you receive it. And I'm going to invite you to breathe it in. You are so incredibly beautiful. Your face, your body, your soul, the way you speak, the way you listen, your heart, everything about you is beautiful. And I invite you to appreciate it and almost go into that more. You know, connect with your body more on that level, the sensuality of it, the beauty of it, the gorgeousness of it being here with you right now. Connecting to the spirit of you, the voice of you, the sound of you when you speak. You have such a beautiful speaking voice. Everything about you has its tone, its frequency, and it is utterly gorgeous. You are utterly beautiful. Please appreciate and love yourself. I'm breathing in because I feel this message is for nearly all ladies and for me too. And it's not about vanity, and it's not about, this is about really coming in and loving ourselves in a way we've never loved before, and probably maybe never even received it that way. Can we enter those spaces that have been locked down? And we did a lot of root stuff here, ladies. Can we enter those spaces that we've locked down? Root being the manifestation center, the money center, the center of sex. The root is what brings us into the body and anchors us to earth. We're not meant to be floating up here. We're meant to be fully present. Any beliefs where the body is an illusion and it's temporary, I'm going to invite you to release that now, because that's old paradigm stuff. We need to be in our bodies and embodying the light here, anchoring it. Take a breath. You're welcome, Shri. Let me see who was next. Alberta. Catherine. Catherine. And I will only be able to do 2 more after this because I really do gotta go. Somebody's joined. Isaiah, hi. I met you in the Netherlands, you beautiful soul, you. And Mara, my sweet, I finished this. I think you joined last time. I was at the end again. I really need to catch up with you, by the way, girl. How are you doing? Let me know. I'm just doing a couple of bits of card reading at the end of this, but please listen over because you'll still receive the energetic healing, the energetic shift. Okay, Shri is just saying she received the exact same message in her meditation. Right, so I'm just validating. I'm literally a confirmation. Maybe you need to hear it twice. I don't know. You're welcome, Karen. You're welcome, love. Okay, so this is Catherine's card. Yes. Okay, Catherine, you're pulling the card White Tara. So this is White Tara. She's on the lotus, lots of water. And her message here is purification. So this has loads of meanings, but I'm just going to tune in for it for you and for you. The immediate thing I'm getting is emotions being in the water of the body. And again, she's sitting on a bed of water here in the lotus flower. So when we're looking at the body and the emotions, we tend to go into the womb space, the tummy space, right? The womb is the water. The baby resides in the waters of the womb. We hold and store a lot here. So it feels like you're either subconsciously or consciously, are you releasing stuff there right now? Is anything showing up right there right now? Is there a healing happening there right now? And take a breath in and just soften that womb space. Open it. Open the yoni space. Open the urethra, the back passage. And allow anything that wants to come out just to flow out like a waterfall, okay? Breath in, all the way down. So just opening, becoming that channel and opening and breathing in and opening and just feeling, is there anything that wants to happen there? Is there anything that wants to be released? Is there any tightness or constriction? Is there any story, trauma, pain that wants to be released, be seen, be acknowledged? And what wants to be purified, be harmonized? When we talk about purification, it's like a harmony. So I'm going to let you feel in and just take a breath. Sometimes when we have, and this is what's coming up, difficult labors or difficult births, there can be almost like a memory in the cell, right? A cellular memory of that. And that just wants to be seen, acknowledged, and wants to be validated and loved back into harmony. So it's no longer, it's no longer a memory that was painful. So anywhere where that was, I'm going to invite you now just to release that, transmute that, distort that across time, space, dimensions, and realities. So and just feel your hand connecting with that space and bringing light into it, loving it for the life it's given, for how it's your space of creation, where you birth ideas, where you birth your children. So purification, that's what that card is kind of saying. Okay, so let me know if it resonates. If you want any more clarification on that, I have time for one more reading. Alberta, you were next. Alberta. How are you? It's been too long. My good friend Alberta. I do miss our chats. Anne-Marie, welcome, my love. We're just at the end, actually. You can rewatch this to receive the transmission and healing that happened. Okay, so this is the last one, ladies. I think we're all ladies. We had one gentleman at the start. I'm not sure if he's still here. Ash, are you still here? Is this Alberta's card? Yes. Pull two. Pull two. Okay, so yes. And which one? Okay. Wow. I've pulled 2 cards that were already pulled today. So there is an energetic melding happening. So the two cards that came out, Alberta, nurture yourself, number one. That one was pulled already for somebody. Again, the divine feminine energy, the golden Christ conscious energy coming in. I'm hearing your crown opening as well. Your crown is opening. So you're going to be receiving a lot more. And there's that sense of, it's almost like I'm seeing you hug yourself, like you're comforting yourself, you're nurturing yourself. You're telling yourself you've got you. You know, you've got the little girl within you. She's safe with you. She just tells you what she needs and you'll give it to her. You'll nurture her. You'll nurture you. So the Sacred Heart is coming up in this as well, and you'll notice her hands are across her Sacred Heart. I'm wondering what's going on in your heart space right now. Is there perhaps an opening of the higher heart here? And that's where the life purpose comes in as well, a lot with this space here. I am getting that, yeah. Throat is linked to the throat and expression as well. So you're kind of, I think you're releasing quite a lot right now. Okay. But that's the message coming in for that. Nurture yourself during that. And positive changes on the horizon for you as well. So entering your new cycles, perhaps new doors are opening for you, new client prospects, new experiences, new travels in your personal life. I'm hearing new friendships. You're going to meet some new soul tribe as well. Is there anything else? And it's also come into the body more, appreciate the body. So similar message to actually Shri about, can you love your body that way? Can you love your beauty that way? Can you celebrate your body, your beauty, the womanhood of you, sex of you? Can you celebrate that more? Allowing that sensuality to come up, allowing that sense of connectedness, like, oh yeah, okay, feeling into the body. So that's coming up for this as well, like celebrating that part of you, the feminine of you. So let me know if that resonates. Is that hitting home? So I'm getting told to tell you something else. So what else does she need to know? Does she want to know? Uh-huh. Okay, so a little off topic, but your dragons are coming in. Your dragon energy, they want you to connect with them a little bit more. I'm getting told, not a little bit, a lot. So your dragon energy wants to come in and you're possibly sensing it. It's around your shoulder. It's almost like, you know, its snout is in your ear, you know. Kind of like, you know, the way they breathe, like it's like that sense of there's an energy there that wants to come in, that wants you to hear it, that wants you to connect with it. It has something to impart. It has there's lessons to be imparted for you to carry out in this life, to help others and to help yourself. And something to do with your coding as well. So when you reconnect with that energy, you're going to remember something, and there's going to be a deactivation and activation happening at the same time. So okay, I'm getting told more. It's to do with your scarcity as well. So scarcity mindset and the root as well. So attracting money in more and things like that. So abundance, bringing in more abundance. So that energy wants to connect with you right now. It's come in. And you might be seeing little nudges like dragonflies, like you might be even seeing dragons, you know, in books and stuff like that. So that's coming in to reconnect. If it isn't, if you haven't noticed anything, start looking and seeing, is it showing up? Because it definitely feels like it really wants to connect with you. Okay, is that it? Are we complete? Yes. Alrighty. That is it. Sending you all beautiful love, and thank you for staying with me. God, we're an hour on now. Have a wonderful evening. And by the way, I mentioned dragons. The Dragon World Day is this Saturday. It's actually a dragon day, supposedly. And I might possibly come on and do another dragon meditation live. There's so much of that energy wanting to come in at the moment. So let me know if that feels good for people. If not, I'll be doing it on my own anyway. So if you'd like me to share and hold something, let me know. Sending you all loads of love. Bye.